I want to introduce you to an actual kapatid. So one of our very first kapatid mentors signing up. She's from Florida. May I call on Sister Claire? Si
Hello,
Claire.
hello.
Thanks, Claire. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Tita Tess.
I will meet you soon, Claire. Soon, promise.
I know. I hope to see you next week. I'll go to Orlando. Anyway, I'm so excited to be with you tonight. I'm sorry I wasn't able to attend the first two trainings, being a mom of three, stay-at-home mom for now. This is my story. So my name is Marie Claire Dolar, and I'm friends with Rose and Tita Tess Castro for a very, very long time, probably around 25 years. So my story began why I became a KLIKme mentor and also a KLIKme angel. I was raised by a single mom. We are 5 in the family, and my mom is a medical professor back in the Philippines. And I grew up in a neighborhood in Sampaloc, Manila, where you could see the disparity between the middle class and the poor. And my dad, who is a resident surgeon back then, I was very little, and I would always see people being brought to our place in the middle of the night. Either they have a gunshot wound or they have nasaksak. They were, because in our neighborhood, in our barangay, there's a lot of people who were in and out of jail. They were, it's not very cool. There's always something happening like that. So growing up, I went to school, and during my college years, I was able to serve as kabataang barangay during the early 90s as a counselor. And you really have to meet all your constituents. If you really want to serve, you cannot just serve the ones who are, you know what I mean. We really have to go out there. And of course, game na game naman ako. We have to go and really meet them. And you see, it was really sad because I see a lot of out of school youth and some younger adults who never really had an opportunity to finish high school because they had led a life of, petty crimes like drugs, snatching. Even one of them even went to our house and stole some of our stuff. And even the young women, they drop out of school because, as any one of you had mentioned, they got pregnant, and some even into prostitution. And me being very idealistic, we wanted to help. But being a kabatang barangay counselor, you really don't have much to offer except praying for them and then trying to hey, trying to encourage them, wag namang ganyan kasi, di ba, it's not good. But when that is the kind of life that they see, it has become like generational cycle from their family. So anyway, I vowed to myself that one day, in my own way, I can go back and see my mga kapitbahay, in that district. So I went to the States, and fast forward, I became a member of Singles for Christ. And in 98, we had the chance to go back home with Rose in the first Great Adventure Tour. And Tito Tony Meloto, who is our Singles for Christ International Director, took us under his wing, and he showed us the villages that the Bagong Silang, and there's that increased awareness for us to really see how to give hope to our countrymen. So fast forward again, GK came in the US, and through Rose and through the Tita Tess, we've had programs, especially to increase the scholars for the Philippines. And of course, with motherhood and professional life and all that, we don't see each other that much, but I know what's going on with Rose because she's very active in social media. Then 25 years later, probably, in God's providence, since Rose and I, we always don't see each other. It's either I'm away and she's in Chicago, or it never really clicked, right, Rose? Until one time, she found out I was already in Florida and she said, I'm going to be there. And then she said, well, I'm going to be in Miami. And she said she's going to be in, she's going to be in where West Palm. So I'm like, we can meet. And then that's when we were talking, she mentioned to me about this work of KLIKme. And it came in a time of my life that I was searching. Oh, I don't want to cry. I was a physical therapist for 25 years, and 2 years ago, I had a bad accident and I could not go back to work. And during the time when Rose and I talked, I told her that I'm excited for this because God gave me so much. Although those times that I was in college, it was difficult, but I know these people that I left behind in my district have nothing else. But here I am, although I could not find the work right now, I know that all those 25 years of learning, of studying, of going back to school many times could really be used for something, and to just give hope and never give up. Because although with me right now, I'm done with my surgeries, I'm continuing doing my rehab, I see myself somebody who could really coach these people who, because I had been there, being able to have that career, and then now I have to reinvent myself. But it gives me excitement, and it really gives me something to look forward to. So I said yes to Rose because I'm like, okay, all I know I have right now is time. And then when she asked me, can you do the KLIKme Angel? I'm like, $10,000. I'm like, I never really had the opportunity to really raise that big amount of money. But, nothing is impossible, right? We just really have to have faith and use our network, because I know that I will be really not shy asking people for help, because us here in the States, brothers and sisters, we may have difficulties too, but looking at our countrymen, it is even more difficult. So what is it for us to sacrifice your $20? That's just how many Starbucks that you don't have to drink, or just a movie ticket, right, Rose? Not to go for a movie, but give that $20. It goes a long, long way. So I'm excited. I have the GoFundMe page.
You're turning 50. It's your birthday.
And I'm turning 50. So that would be really my dream, that, we could raise up the $10,000 and more. God is good. And I'm sure he is never late, the 25 years. And on a side note, I visited Rose back then in 2013, and I was always amazed. I wanted to be part of the social enterprise, but it never happened. But lo and behold, 9 years later, this is probably where God is calling me, to assist the KLIK Mobile Education. And I'm so excited to work with everyone. You all have a very awesome team. So God bless.
Thank you, Claire. Oh, wow. Kakatuwa si Claire yan eh. She is also sporting ANCOP for the scholars. So talagang it's so admirable how they're balancing everything out. And yun nga, birthday niya next month. So, marami siyang birthday gift na makukuha for this. Ang sponsored community ni Claire, she is the KLIKme Angel for ano nga bang community ni
Payatas, Rose.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. And si Dino meet Claire kasi she's also interested in the DAO, in the blockchain. So
yes.
maybe later she can also join